It's important to understand that the Bible does give us numerous descriptions of the character traits of the Antichrist, and it does this so that we do not follow him down the road to perdition. Among those descriptions are how the Antichrist will have the mouth of a lion, and he is described as an arrogant and boastful individual who magnifies himself above others. He also casts truth itself to the ground as if it has no value. He has a covenant between Israel and her neighbors. He is obsessed with gold, and he denies the Father and the Son. There is even a prophecy of how he will come in his own name, meaning that he has worldwide fame. But there is one other description of the Antichrist that is not only extraordinarily precise, it actually runs contrary to the popular belief that the Antichrist will be a widely beloved individual. That description is found in Daniel 11:21, and it teaches us that he is to be a vile person. The full verse reads as follows in the King James: "And in his estate shall stand up a vile person, to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom, but he shall come in peaceably and obtain the kingdom by flatteries." Vile is defined as morally reprehensible, despicable, worthless, wretched, evil, and even causing or able to cause nausea. The Antichrist is, according to the Bible, a sordid, crass, vulgar, and despicable person. He is simply repulsive, not someone who is widely loved. When looking at how Donald Trump fits those descriptions for the Antichrist, it's easy to take note of him having that mouth of a lion and being that arrogant and boastful man who magnifies himself above others. It's also obvious that he has a callous disregard for the truth, has a Middle East peace covenant, has an obsession with gold, and how his not asking God for forgiveness is denying the forgiveness that only the Father can give us, and is denying the need for a Savior in the Son. Even down to coming in his own name is glaringly obvious with Trump, as his name is emblazoned on buildings and properties all around the world and on thousands of signs, flags, clothes, sneakers, watches, perfumes, and so much more. He even sells Bibles with his own name at the top as if that is the most important thing. But it is the vile description for the Antichrist that fits Donald J. Trump like a glove. In fact, vileness runs through so much of his life that we often forget just how despicable he has been because there are so many other objectionable things about him. Here are just a few reminders of his vileness. He notoriously cheated on his wives with porn stars, and he also bragged about pursuing and sleeping with married women. He boasted about walking backstage while beauty contestants undressed, some of whom were reportedly underage at the time, and dozens of women have accused him of sexual misconduct. At a rally in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a week before the election, Trump apparently mimed performing a sexual act on a microphone in front of thousands of people. He was friends with not one, but at least two alleged pedophiles in Jeffrey Epstein and John Casablancas, the latter of which he would be a judge at teenage beauty contests. Trump was also friends with a third man who was knee-deep in the Epstein files, that is Prince Andrew. Trump denied even knowing Prince Andrew, despite there being pictures of him at Mar-a-Lago with Trump. He also made numerous inappropriate and sexualized remarks about his own daughter on multiple occasions to several different individuals, and didn't even seem to care how wrong that was. Trump even remarked that he might date Ivanka if she wasn't, his daughter. But his vileness doesn't end there. He tried to change his father's will in what was, according to his own family members, an attempt to give himself sole control over his dying father's estate. His father was, at the time, 85 years old and suffering from early stages of dementia. After the 9/11 attacks, in which thousands of people died, one of Trump's first comments in a WWOR-TV interview was that his building at 40 Wall Street was now the tallest in Lower Manhattan. The Trump Organization sued the estate of a man named Todd Brasner for $90,000 in 2018, even though Todd Brasner had died in a fire inside his Trump Tower apartment 6 months prior. Trump declared that Kim Jong-un loves his people shortly after the torturing and killing of American college student Otto Warmbier. Trump expanded his golf course in Balmedia, Scotland by taking property via eminent domain from residents, including a case where a 92-year-old woman was forced to collect water from a nearby stream in a bucket after construction workers cut off her water supply. Trump cut off family payments for the medical care of his own nephew's baby during a dispute over their inheritances. The baby was 18 months old at the time and suffered from epileptic spasms caused by cerebral palsy. These are just a few of the examples of the vileness that is littered throughout the history of Donald J. Trump, and he uses his own vileness as a weapon against others in order to get what he wants. He seems to take enjoyment out of denigrating others, often attacking them in ways that leave normal people shaking their heads in disgust. And not only is he willing to take the low road at a moment's notice, somehow, some way, he finds an even lower road to take the next time. Donald Trump's own words and actions throughout his entire life demonstrate one thing perfectly. He is an extraordinarily vile person, just like the Antichrist. And one more important thing I want to add. The Bible's descriptions about the Antichrist, which include him being a vile or despicable person, and how it talks about him being lawless, and how he is described as a beast or someone who takes what he wants, in conjunction with the Bible's warning about those who hurt children, should tell us that the Antichrist will do exactly that. We should not be surprised if his vileness leads him to hurt the most innocent among us, which are children.